Hey guys, Stuart Pendle, I'm the most targeted citizen. I'm going to show you something basic targeting 101 that happens. Basic targeting 101. I noticed this back when I had my home before it was stolen. My ex-wife left me. I called her cheating on me. I tried to kill the guy and he was too fast. I couldn't catch him anyway. Once I drug him out of the sunroof of her car, he hit the ground running 90 miles an hour. Anyway, got her out. I was being targeted at that time and I did not know. My sister and my mom came to my house when we got the wife out. And they helped me clean. Now, most of my silverware was missing. Had to buy new silver. That's the thing that gang stalkers like to do. My mother and sister found a 55-gallon trash bag in my closet full of unmatched socks. So, oh, well, you always lose a sock here and there. Socks just disappear. You'll lose one that may be stuck in the dryer or here or there. As I am with everything in my life, I am anal about everything. When I take my socks off, I take both of them off together and roll them up and put them in the hamper. I normally wear the same pair of socks 3 or 4 days in a row because there's no point changing and changing and changing. My buddy Bradley gave me a whole bunch of his socks. A whole bunch. They're wore out for me. He's got money to spare, so he buys new socks and new shirts and new stuff all the time. I got this shirt for me. I take it. I don't care. I take hand-me-downs. I do not care. All these clothes is to cover me up while I go out and work. So he's giving me all these nice warm wool socks like I use for hunting. Every one of them had a pair. He gave me probably like 30 pairs of socks. So I go to Christina did laundry today at the laundromat. And I go to pull my laundry to cover up my bed, and I find this wad. All these socks are unmatched, and they don't have a mate. All these socks were perfect. Because see all my little black socks like this? All these, they're the same exact pair of Hanes. They're all the same. So I can mix 20 pair together, and they all match perfectly. But like all these right here, these all here had a perfect match. Every one of them. There I am, a bundle of socks. This is 1 week's worth of dirty clothes. And there's a match to each sock missing. This is gang stalking 101. You won't notice it until it's too late. And then you're like, God dang, I can't find any socks in my house. Just like how your favorite shirt will disappear or a hat. I even showed you guys how they disappear. See, they're going back. They always return to the same things that cause drama and trauma in your life. They go back to the same things. Like I showed you a while back where they disappeared all my glasses. As you see, I keep my keys, all my glasses on a hook. That way when I come in from working, I put my keys on the hook, and then I put my glasses on the hook, and then when it's time to go, I grab my glasses, put on my shirt, put my keys on the hook, and I'll grab a hat if I need one. I keep everything arranged and in order because in my life, I have to do these things to eliminate the chances of somebody saying, oh, well, you just lost it, or you lost your socks, or this happened, or that happened. All these small things are just crazy how socks just disappear. Well, I'd say this is like 30 socks right here. 30 socks, which means that 30 other socks have disappeared, that have been lost in a week's time. And here's the crazy part. If I wear the same pair of socks 2, 3, 4 days in a row, because I always wear double socks because I wear my waterproof boot, my muck boots. I wear 2 pair of socks. I wear a inner sock, which is normally a tall wool sock like this right here. I wear that sock, and then I wear a sock on the outside of that, a small footy sock. And the reason for that is a small footy sock will take all the sweat. The sweat goes to the outer sock. So then I can keep wearing the inner sock. So socks, I don't change maybe once every 2, 3, 4 days. So here I am, 2 sock changes in 1 week, and none of these socks have a match. See, and they'll spend money too for you because what they'll do is they'll take clean clothes that you have and put them in the dirty clothes. And then it looks like, God, you're overwhelmed with all this laundry. Oh, God, look at all this laundry. To spend more money and more money and more money. Gangstalking 101. I can tell you 1,000 different stories of how my things just disappear or wind up somewhere else. Just like when they stole my Bible. They stole my Bible. I moved again. And the third place that I ended up at when so my Bible disappeared at number 1. And then it showed up 3 houses later in the middle of my table, right beside my pocket knife that disappeared at the same time. They'll take your things, and then they have someplace they stash it. And even this, they will confuse your things with other people's things. I found tools, because I know all my tools. I have all my tools marked. I found tools that just show up at my house. Just boop. Right? And they're never as good as the tools of mine that disappear. But I'll find random tools here. I found random plates that don't even belong to my house. They don't even belong to me. They just show up. And like, Tina, where did those plates come from? I don't know, honey. I thought you brought them. No. Just the most random thing. I found pairs of shoes in my house that nobody could attest to. Like, where were the shoes? Because imagine this. You're married. You got a good woman. Your woman comes home and finds a pair of thong underwear. And your old lady don't wear thongs. She wears dump truck underwear. How are you going to explain to your old lady how that thong got there? Because you're going to be the one, and unless you're like in my relationship, she trusts me because I don't cheat. I don't even have sex because I'm not married legally. So something so small as an undergarment can destroy a life, destroy a marriage because it instills doubt. Just like when you say, God, what happened to all my socks? I don't have a match for any. And you go search. Oh, you know that what they used to say. Oh, the dryer monster ate them. The dryer monster. Well, Tina goes once a week. She takes all the laundry and she goes to the laundromat. It takes her about 2.5 hours. She just boom, bulk washes everything at one time, and she stands right there, folds the clothes, and then comes straight home for them. So there's no other place to go. So I go from my chair, and when they're dirty, my socks, I pick them up, and I'll put them in the basket. So there's nowhere from there to disappear from the chair to the basket, from the basket to the laundromat. There's no way for it to disappear unless somebody just walks in the house. And then people will say, well, people going to break into your house. They're going to steal stuff. Well, they're not going to steal anything with a lot of value because that would attract too much attention. Because listen, somebody breaks into your house and steal your firearms, cops going to be like, well, yep, that's a report. Somebody stole your firearms. That's what thieves do. But try to tell a law enforcement officer somebody broke in your house and stole the match of 30 different pair of socks. Try to tell an officer that, man, my tools disappeared, but somebody else's tools is in my box. Or the one that happens to most targeted individuals is, where's my silverware? My silverware keeps disappearing. Where did all my forks go? Where did all my knives? We have went through probably 50 pieces of silverware in this house that has just disappeared into the ether. Also, another thing I wanted to show you, and most people aren't going to believe this, but I told you that I am under directed energy attacks. When we first moved into this house, I had my leather couch, and it was perfect. This is a $5,000 couch I bought when I was married 15 years ago. I love this couch. It is comfortable. I will keep this couch till the day I die. Not a scratch, not a mark, nothing wrong with this couch. Well, I used to have it right here on this wall. And where I would lay, because my shoulder, I would lay on this cushion, the first cushion right here. Within a month, they started zapping me, and it chewed all of the leather up right where I was laying. And at that time, the pain my body was in was immeasurable. It was horrible. I could not do anything. I was stuck. I was in pain all the time. I used to spend hours and hours and hours in the hot tub just trying to get my body to move and get my body to open up. So what I had to do, because they were zapping me so bad, I moved the couch over here on this wall. That way I can lay on this shoulder, which is my good shoulder. Now let me show you what they did then. When you lay on a couch, you lay back. I always had my pillow behind me, and my head would rest on the arm of the couch. Okay? I don't use shampoos. I don't use chemicals on my hair. I just use straight borax. So The worst case scenario in my hair is my hair would have oil, natural oil. And you see, I've been sweating all day and my hair's not even oily because I use borax. So, natural oil from your hair would not hurt leather. If anything, it would lubricate it. But you want to see how much directed energy weapons hit me? It looks as if it's burnt. The leather appears burnt. It all looks burnt. Right exactly where I lay my head. Burnt. Mason and I, see, oh, you don't want to believe that either, right? Directed energy weapons, you can't see them, but you can feel them. So when they started zapping me in the head, that's when I started losing my teeth. I lost 5 teeth in 1 year. The doctors pulled my teeth out. They looked, my teeth were perfect. Not one cavity in my head, but the roots were burnt like I was undergoing radiation. The dentist said, do you have cancer? Are you doing chemo or radiation? I said, no, why? They said, the roots on your teeth look like somebody took a flamethrower and burnt them. Now let me show you something else. Mason and I have matching camo blankets, okay? He has one, and I have one. They're exactly the same. There's no difference. We got them the same exact day. Now, you would expect that a 10, 11, and 12-year-old, I think we got them a year and a half ago. You would expect the 11-year-old to be the worst on blankets and stuff like that, because my blanket doesn't leave. Mason will walk through the house dragging his blanket back and forth, but my blanket stays on my couch where I sleep at. So let me show you this. And the same applies to my clothing, because Tina's like, how's this happen? I can have brand new shirts, because I showed you guys when I went through the phase where they were slicing down the back of my brand new jeans. I would wear a pair of jeans one time, and the whole back of them would blow out. Well, just like you would expect an 11-year-old to be rougher on a blanket, look at this. Look at all the holes in my blanket where it is just deteriorating. The blanket that I sleep in, that is on me all the time, is just, it's ripped to pieces. It is literally deteriorating from the directed energy weapons that I'm hit with. Now that just sounds crazy, don't it? Don't that just sound crazy? Holes everywhere. You can just take it and rip it. It's so the threads are just chewed up on it. But look, everywhere, holes. I'm not wrestling in my blankets. I'm not dragging them across the house. I just sleep in them. Mason's gets abused all the time. And you can actually grab his blanket and feel it and feel how tight and how it actually feels thicker now. But mine, the threads are just, look, just deteriorated. The whole blanket's destroyed. The same with all my clothing. That's why I was like, my buddies give me a bunch of shirts. I said, oh yeah, I'll take them, because every one of my shirts, holes all in. Literally, my shirts were melting off of me. It's insane what targeted individuals go through. So when you see the destruction of Maui and Chile and what's happening in Texas now, and oh, that's directed energy weapons. Well, it absolutely is, but they can turn them things down so low. So if they can melt an engine block on a car where you see like aluminum wheels melting in rivers across the highway, they can do the same thing to the human body. So while they're cooking me, my blankets, my couch, my teeth, my head just gets destroyed. But that's just craziness. No way the government would do that to someone, would they? When will you wake up? And what do I have to gain by sounding like an insane person? Nothing at all. I'm just warning the next people that are going to suffer, because trust me, all the technology is in place and it is being used as we speak. Do you really think that our country, the men in this country who love what this country was built on and love it, do you really think that all these men, and especially people of my generation, would be so sedated to do nothing? Just like the fluoride in the water, Hitler gave the Jews fluoride to keep them all calm and sedated as they jumped on the trains. There was no uprisings. There was no fight in the Jews. They just willingly jumped on the trains, had the gold pulled from their teeth, taken off their wrists and hands, off their glasses, shoes piled 100 feet tall. They willingly stepped on the trains, knowing they were going to their doom, but did not have the energy or the will to fight. That's what's happening in America today with the technology, the grid is perfected. And it is in operation as we speak. You can see the hot spots all over the country like 2020 where just all the cities would just erupt in madness and violence. Well, when you turn those frequencies up and down, you can control a total population. You not only can control them sleeping and eating or being crazy and mad or sedated, you can control every single thing that person does, down to voting. There is no hope when the sheep refuse to listen to the man that was called to teach. God bless. Have a good day. Jesus loves you. For we what? Wrestle with what? Principality and powers in high places. See, God's telling us they have technology. The fallen angels gave the evil ones in this land, on this earth, the technology to control mind, body, and spirit. The devil. God gives us free will. Well, Satan has taken that from us and controlled it and moved us where he wanted us to be. And all they can do is say you're crazy. Jesus loves you. I do too. God bless.